Labor Day is completely antithetical to being an American. This holiday was started by communists and socialists in the late 1800s as a way to try and advance their collectivist ideology. And since then, unions, which are a division of socialists and communists, have used it to try and brag about all the benefits that they have given society. But realistically, they haven't given us any. Unions like to lie and say that they gave us the 40-hour work week, child safety laws, labor laws, paid vacation, paid overtime, all these things, but they were all pioneered by private industry before the first union ever advocated for it. In fact, in 1926, Henry Ford is who gave us the 40-hour work week, not any sort of labor movement. And he did that as an investment in his workers. And in the early 1900s, the Teamsters Union actively tried to ban cars from being manufactured and further improved and being available to the common man because they were worried it would hurt their horse drivers. Between the 1880s and the 1910s, most states had already passed laws abolishing child labor before unions ever started advocating for it or taking credit for it. In the early 1900s, US Steel and DuPont were the first two companies to put into place safety standards for their business to ensure the protection of their workers. Labor unions didn't start advocating for this until after US Steel and DuPont had already done it. In the 1910s, Kodak and Ford offered paid vacations before the first labor union ever thought to ask for it, and other companies started to adopt it. Also in the 1910s, mutual health insurance offered health care through companies before the first labor union ever thought to ask for it, and other companies started to adopt this. And also, prior to 1938, most firms had already put into place paid overtime and wage standards that were competitive in the marketplace before the first union ever did their own strike or advocated for these types of policies. The fact of the matter is that unions have constantly and consistently resisted modernization and new policies that have actually been good for the average worker. They have done nothing to help the average worker, but then they've taken credit for it after the fact. So when you think of the 40-hour work week, weekends, safety standards, child labor laws, and private benefits, don't thank unions, socialists, or communists. Thank capitalists and industrialists who cared enough about productivity and about their workers and competition to improve life for their workers.